Hey, and welcome to this video where I'll show a new feature that we have added to the FIGAF IRT tool that allow you to test PI-PO interfaces. The new feature is we enable you to not send the message to the receiving system. I guess this requires a bit of explanation about what IRT is. So IRT is a tool that we've developed to a native PI-PO system that allow you to collect data from, for instance, your productive system, because I believe that's the best place to have data that you want to process. Then you can get those data from there, and then you can run them on your, for instance, your development or test system to verify that nothing has changed whenever you are doing support packages or changing the mapping, that you know all the things I have done, they would still work. And it's made with to make it as simple as possible for you as a user to use it. So the new thing that we have added is we have enabled a way that you are not sending the message to the receiver. So this would be really useful for a scenario where you have a connection with partners using, for instance, the S2 channel, and you don't want them to receive these messages. So one of the things you can do here is you would say this, set this option, and the message would never be delivered to the partner. Another scenario where this is useful is if the system does not exist, or if it has limited bandwidth and you don't want to send too much information to it. So let me show you how it works. So this is your IRT application. We have a collection of your test messages. What happens then when you want to run this test, we would send the message in through the XI30 protocol, and we can put in the modules that you have in your module chain. So we'll test modules in the sender system, or sender communication channel. Because we're using the XI30 protocol, we are able to overload the normal ICO that you have, and we will send the message in through the normal ICO. It would then reach the IRT module, and we'll take this message and save this for comparison. So we'll compare this message with the actual message that we got from your test case. And then the message will normally be delivered to the receiving system, and everything is working fine. The new feature we have added is then, if you have set a check mark on IRT, the message would, instead of being sent, it would trigger an exception, and this exception would then save or cancel would fail the message. And then what happens next is we'll be able to cancel the message with a web service call to your system. That way the message would just say as cancelled, and you know that it's not an error you need to handle. So let me show you how it works. So here we have the IRT application, and if we open a test message here, we can see we have this new check mark here that says don't send message when testing. If that one is checked and we have a test case, we can run the test. See the details about this. So this gives an error. We can view the results here. We can view the diffs here, but it doesn't matter. We can see what are the elements that fails in this one. So what I can do is I can go to the PI log of this message. So it's here. Oh, sorry. Message monitoring. Here you can see the message. I can see the log information, what's going on here. Here we can see that it received the receiving system. And here we have exception caught by adaptive framework. ICO property has sent don't send message. And then we're seeing that we're getting a module exception, and all of this is thrown here. So the message is no longer processed. Then a few milliseconds later, the message is then reported, an error reported, and the message is set to fail by the administrator. So this means that this message would never be delivered to the receiving party. I hope this was interesting. If you want to learn more about what IRT can do, go to fgaf.com/IRT. If you have any questions, please let me know, and we can set up sessions to discover more about how IRT would work in your landscape. But the best resource is fgaf.com/IRT. Thank you.